First, the city of Jackson is reeling over learning more city officials are facing criminal indictments. 3 top-ranking officials were indicted in the Jackson federal bribery scandal.
12 News' Cameron Smith joins us now live from the federal courthouse. And Cameron, how many charges are they facing?
Byron, Jackson Mayor Chokwe Onatara Lumumba is indicted on 5 felony counts. District Attorney Jody Owens is indicted on 8 counts. And Ward 6 Jackson City Councilman Aaron Banks is indicted on 2 counts. They all pled not guilty this afternoon. Jackson Mayor Chokwe Onatara Lumumba, District Attorney Jody Owens, and Jackson City Councilman Aaron Banks all stood before Magistrate Judge Lakeisha Greer with their attorneys alongside them. Councilman Banks' charges include bribery, wire fraud, and money laundering. If convicted, he could face a maximum of 15 years in prison. Mayor Lumumba's charges include bribery, wire fraud, money laundering, as well as other charges. If convicted, he could face a maximum sentence of 75 years.
As I indicated in my statement that went out, as I indicated in this courtroom today, I am not guilty, and so I will not proceed as a guilty man. I will continue to handle the business of the city of Jackson while my attorneys continue to handle the business of these court proceedings.
District Attorney Jody Owens faces bribery, wire fraud, money laundering, lying to federal officials, and other charges. If convicted, he could face a maximum sentence of 95 years.
We pleaded not guilty today, and we think the truth has to come out that cherry-picked statements of drunken locker room banter is not a crime. And we plan on fighting these charges, but right now, I'm going to get back to protecting Hinds County and being your district attorney that you've elected us to be.
Jackson's Ward 3 Councilman Kenneth Stokes addressed the bribery scandal this evening. His message to the officials is to remember their families because some have small children.
Once they get time, they won't see or hear them anymore in their life. Consider your families.
This all comes after former Ward 2 Councilwoman Angelique Lee pled guilty in August to accepting bribes in exchange for her vote in a real estate development project in Jackson. Businessman Sharik Marve Smith also pled guilty to charges in October. Lumumba, Banks, and Owens were all given an unsecured $10,000 bond and will be back in court January 6, 2025. Reporting live in Jackson, Cameron Smith, 12 News.
Well, Cameron, thank you. Well, the Jackson bribery scheme started according to court documents in December of 2023. According to the indictment, it all started in December of 2023 when Hinds County DA Jody Owens accepted approximately $125,000 in cash from developers to facilitate the bribery scheme. Then in January 2024, Owens and Jackson City Councilman Aaron Banks determined the price for Banks' support of and vote for the developer's proposed project would be $50,000. In February of 2024, the indictment states that Owens offered and Banks accepted $10,000 from the developers in exchange for Banks' future vote in support of the project. That same month, Owens is accused of paying $10,000 of former Jackson Councilwoman Angelique Lee's campaign debt with funds from the developers in exchange for Lee's future vote. Then between March 24th and April 1st of this year, the indictment states that Owens converted $50,000 in cash he received from the developers for Mayor Lumumba's bribe payment into 5 $10,000 campaign contribution checks from third parties, including Sharik Marve Smith. And to read the full indictment, go to our website. It's WJTV.com. Governor Reeves made a statement on the ongoing bribery scandal. Here's what he had to say.
Well, obviously, the charges are very serious. It is early in the process, and because it is an ongoing criminal matter, I don't believe I should make any other comments.
As Governor Reeves said, the investigation is ongoing.
Some Jackson citizens voiced their concerns about the recent bribery scandal indictments. Hinds County District Attorney Jody Owens and Jackson's Ward 6 City Councilman Aaron Banks are the 4th and 5th elected leaders involved in this Jackson bribery case. Local residents say they are disheartened by the recent news, and they hope the city can move forward in a more positive light.
Okay, it's time. It's time for those of us who decide to make choices, inappropriate choices that affect the city, that affects the community. So the sooner we address it, the sooner we can start to heal, the sooner we can get on to building tomorrow. We all make mistakes, we all fall down, so I'm prayerful that the mayor or whoever is involved will see maybe some of the choices that they made were inappropriate, but all this talking in the streets, it's time for it to be over.
Change is to come, baby. Kenneth Stokes been telling us, we just hadn't been listening. It's long overdue, long overdue.
It's a negative effect on how we trust our leaders. And I know the indictment don't really mean that he's guilty until proven. But then and again, just to hear these kind of things about our leaders, you know, suggests something had to go on that he be indicted. So that's the situation. And after you work hard for a whole lot of stuff and then trust your leaders, you know, it's really discouraging when you hear those kind of things.
Jackson residents say they hope for a better outcome for the city of Jackson and to have more people in office that care about the city's well-being.